Hello, my beautiful Xerox server. This is new. I don't really get to say that one with this voice. We're coming at you live with runs into the family. My name is Marzi, and I'll be playing Leonardo Layton. Uh, Usually resident Villestown normal barista. However, uh, things sure did happen in the last FPS he was in. And for now, he's just spending a little time in Halloween Town. And with that, I Will Smith pose at my lovely co-host.
Hello, my name is Whis, and I am representing Junior Detective Lil Rai Stagehand today. There's a person in his house.
There's a
A person
person
he
in his
has not
house.
introduced himself to yet. It's like, I've got to go and make friends to the person in my house.
The person who is apparently his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that just the wild ride?
Yeah, he's a stagehand. He's kind of used to that.
That's fair. Leo was only very recently brought into this. He has no idea how fucking big his family is now. He has no fucking clue what he's been dragged into.
You'll find out.
He will. It's fine. It's grand. But it is the day after he was first brought to Halloween Town and was given a little guest room to be settled down in. And it's morning, and he was shown a bathroom, just so he could wash his face, things like that, get ready for the day, uh, a day of relaxation. And he was informed that there are other people in this house. His aunt Lynn did tell him that like her cousin and her son are here. Also, the house is alive, and that's a little wild for Leo to think about, but he won't think about it. This house is
Oh.
very nice, but also Leo has never been inside a living house before. Maybe that's what distracts him. He was ready to skedaddle back into the guest room that he's been staying in. But he was just a little too caught up in thought about this house and the fact that it is alive.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose, would Leo like to roll a perception check?
Ooh. Where's my d20? There it is. Alright, my darling, you didn't need to roll that high. But I guess you must in a house full of detectives.
Wow. Um, yeah, so as Leo's kind of making his way back to the guest room from the bathroom, you can kind of hear just this quiet little creak, and then has the distinct feeling of being observed.
He pauses and very slowly looks over his shoulder. Because was that the house or was that a person in this house?
Now I'm gonna roll a d2 actually to
Okay.
decide how this is going to go down.
Alright, let's
Um,
go. Ooh.
okay, all right. That's that's
Oh, I'm already full
that.
of fear for my boy.
Oh dear. Well, you are Lynn's son, I guess. So you can see this one of the doors in this hallway. It's been cracked open, and you can see a glint of a blue eye looking out at you. And then there's just this sudden bam as the door gets kicked open, and there's another Toon standing there, and he's like, "Hey!"
Now, here's the fun thing I get to do with people who have FPSs with Leo. What music is playing in the background?
Oh, can he hear the soundtrack? Can he?
Oh yeah, it's not the soundtrack for him, because his is from Forsana, which is a all real kind country. It's called The Rhythm in Forsana.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because Leo is half a rhythm game XP.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm going to assume that it's vaguely similar to what Rai's theme would sound like from the soundtrack. So um it's very anime background theme music kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So like Yeah, it's a little bit boppy. It's a little enthusiastic. He's very enthusiastic, but it's all cheerful and there's no malice in it whatsoever. Um, but it has that I am the background music for an anime kind of vibe, specifically Pokemon for
Oh,
very unknown reasons. Um,
beloved.
yeah, like if you picture any of the background music from the Darkrai movie, it's probably that.
Man. Leo, faced with this unknown tune in a house that is not his, and is kind of looking over his shoulder at this tune, looks around just to be sure, and then very hesitantly points at himself.
Yeah, you. I haven't seen you before.
And he's gonna come out of his room and come and stand closer to Leo. How tall is Leo?
Leo is 5'8" and growing because he's 16.
Right. Okay, so Leo is quite a bit taller than Rai. Rai's only 3'9".
It's okay. Leo's used to interacting with people shorter than him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, there's just this short tune just sort of comes up with the vast quantities of enthusiasm.
Leo.
I think I saw you come out of the other room. Are you staying with us?
Leo kind of awkwardly scratches the back of his head. Is like, yeah, sorry for the unannounced drop in. Aunt Lynn said I could stay here for a couple days.
Oh, that's fine. My name's Rai. If she's your aunt, that means we're cousins.
And he's just sort of standing there with his hand out to shake expectantly.
And I'm not going to make Leo make a history roll because at the end of the last FPS, Lynn did talk about her son. So there is a bit of recognition in Leo's eyes as he goes to shake hands. It's like, oh, yeah, Aunt Lynn told me, yeah, it's nice to meet you.
No, likewise. She didn't say that you were coming, but you're more than welcome to stay, especially if she and Network said so.
Yeah, it sure was a time getting here.
Hmm?
I have never been in a living house before.
Oh, you kind of get used to it. Network's really nice though.
And he just sort of reaches out and pats the wall.
Yeah, Network is really nice. It swept me off my feet as soon as I came inside yesterday, but yeah.
Yeah, that's normal. She does that for everybody. But like Network's only a smallish genius loci. There are definitely bigger ones.
Oh, now I want to look for them everywhere. That's really cool, actually.
Well, I know some of them because they're Network's friends. And like obviously there's Kara, which is Halloween Town.
That one I'm gonna make him roll a history on. Because Lynn did say the name Kara when Leo was brought to Halloween Town. And when Rai says the name Kara, he like squints in the distance and is like, okay, I have heard that name before. That's another living. Hang on.
Oh yeah, Halloween Town is a genius loci, just like Network is. And there's also Nettle told me other friends. So there's Evershift in Villestown.
There's one in Villestown?
Yeah.
I'm from Villestown. How did I never know that? I'm from Villestown.
I don't know. Have you ever been to the Evershift Inn?
No. No,
I suppose that's why.
You know what? does make sense.
And then there was the ECCR in Toontown, and then Ashling, of course.
All right. That's really cool, actually.
I haven't met all of them. Like, I mean, I've obviously met Network, and I've met Car, and I've met Ashling, but I haven't met Evershift or Essie at the ECCR. Haven't met them yet.
My world now has been turned upside down. I did not know this was a thing that happened. That's really cool.
Oh yeah. He's not available at the moment, but there is an expert on this sort of thing. That when he becomes available, you could definitely go and talk to him if you wanted more info.
Yeah, I'll make a note of that.
So, what part of Villestown are you from? I've been there a whole bunch because we've got family there. And I took a case there once. That was fun. And so I've been there a little bit, but I haven't really been there a lot at all.
Well, me, Marzi, am not good at describing places and cities. So Leo is just gonna be like, oh, well, I work in the Painted Lady, which is a cafe in Villestown, so around that area.
Oh, cool. I don't think I've been there before.
Oh,
Speaking of which, have you had breakfast yet?
Oh, it's fine. I'm not hungry.
Squint.
Nope. Come on.
And Rai's gonna grab Leo's hand and start dragging him towards the stairs. Actually, no, not towards the stairs. Towards the kitchen. Kitchen's upstairs. Beg your pardon.
Leo wasn't really gonna fight, but he was just like, well, no, really, Rai, it's fine. I'm not hungry.
No, you said fine. That means the opposite. Come on, breakfast.
That does sound like also something Aunt Lynn would say to me.
Breakfast is very important. We have rules in this house. Nobody skips breakfast. Not anymore.
Did people skip breakfast before?
Yep. It was bad. Come on.
Are you just gonna keep dragging him into the kitchen?
Yeah, Leo isn't really gonna fight, because he was a lot bigger than Rai, and he does not want to accidentally hurt him.
Rai's a little less squishy than he used to be, but that's fine.
Which is fair.
Gonna
Which is fair.
drag Leo into the kitchen.
Leo's just very polite and very normal.
Normal boy.
Yeah, normal barista boy.
So Rai's just gonna drag Leo into the kitchen and sort of shove him a bit gently towards the dining table in the middle, and then start pulling things out of the fridge.
What kind of food do you like?
I'm fine with some toast or something. A cup of tea, maybe?
Oh, okay. We can do that.
And I'm going to roll a survival for Rai, because that's just what I roll when it comes to cooking.
Hell yeah.
And which makes me giggle, because it's got an increase since his last level up.
Ooh.
Okay, so that is some dang
Holy
good toast.
shit! Holy whoa!
So it wasn't even a good roll, but it's some pretty dang good toast.
Yeah, holy shit, the modifier. God. I'm also someone who has never actually used survival for cooking rolls, because my only character who cooks uses performance.
That's valid.
That's amazing.
So your Rai's making some nice toast and a very nice cup of tea, which he got out of a box that actually Leo can roll perception if you like.
Ooh. Oh gosh. Um, I can tell you as for a fact my boy ain't seen shit.
Great. Great, that's fine. The fact that it's got a little skull and some bones on the box that the tea came out of probably would upset him anyway.
Now, may I ask how Rai is preparing this tea? Because Leo did not say so, but he does take his tea a very specific way.
Oh, okay. Well, he's preparing it in the fairly standard loose leaf tea kind of way. So, you've got
Does
a
Rai
mesh.
add milk?
No.
Okay, cool. Perfect. They'll get along.
But yeah, it's a very nice warming tea that Rai puts in front of Leo, and a really nice toast. Maybe the bread was like a handmade loaf or something. Rai and Lynn did some baking recently.
Do you wanna make me an insider perception?
Sure, I can do that.
This is just a
Better.
for funsies.
Oh, it's the same modifier for both of those. Okay. It's not stellar. He is too busy making toast, apparently. So 9.
That's fine. You do notice at the very Leo looks a little relieved about something. Hard to tell what, but he does look a little relieved.
Look, the preparation of tea is a very personal thing.
Leo takes his the Asian way and only the Asian way.
That's fine. I drink my tea black too. Which means, of course, all of my characters do as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Rai makes tea and toast, and then he'll make himself tea from a completely different box because spooky tea is not his favorite tea. And then he'll sit down at the dining table with Leo to eat toast.
There is just quiet munching from my boy.
Good. Rai is very pleased by this.
Yeah, he is at least eating despite saying he was fine.
Because he's polite.
He's very polite. He can't just say no when toast is put in front of him. If it was something heavier, he might have been able to, but it's just toast.
So,
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna
No.
say. Halfway through his toast, Leo does kind of lower it a little. It's like well, you're definitely more polite about getting me to eat than other people.
Really? Are people mean about it?
Well, not mean per se, kind of pushy. I have a friend who every now and then he'll kick down my door basically with a big pot of curry. And my roommates are always shoving me into the kitchen to get food. There's this kid detective in Villestown who stops by the Painted Lady every now and then and strong arms me into having food. Aunt Lynn isn't safe from this either. She has threatened me with lots and lots of chili.
I was wondering if she was on that list.
Yeah.
It's a love language. Food is a love language. It means they care about you a lot.
Which I appreciate. I've never had the biggest appetite.
I mean, that's fair. As long as you're eating a little bit. Gotta keep the old body all fueled up and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, I suppose so.
And not everybody can make good berries, and like, living off those isn't a good idea, but you could definitely do it.
Well, I can at least say my fridge is very, very full.
Never be at want for food, but that's good. Being without it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rai's gonna just nibble on some more toast. And the way that he eats is very well, it may not be very bizarre to Leo, I don't know, but he doesn't have a mouth. He just sort of puts the food near his mouth and then bites disappear.
Well, he did grow up in Ikewell, and he is half-toon, so this is normal.
Yep. It's just bites disappear into the void.
Yeah, this tracks. And Leo is very polite. He's not going to ask about it anyway. He's way too polite and normal.
Normal McNormal boy.
He's just very, very normal.
Oh dear.
So, what are you gonna do today? Are you gonna have a look around the town, or did you have something you wanted to do?
Um, I didn't have much in mind. Um, since I haven't been outside of Villestown, in a while. Uh, it's definitely my first time anywhere like Halloween Town.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's all sorts of things to do here, though. There's the cafe, and then there's the library, and there's the. I don't know if you'd really get a kick out of the Lycan compound. Can you shapeshift at all?
not without the help of illusions.
Yeah, okay. Puppy tag's probably off the menu then. Well, not technically. Technically, if you wanted to play puppy tag, I could turn you into a dog.
I'm almost a little afraid to ask, but what is puppy tag?
It's when you turn into a wolf or a dog, and then you play tag.
Okay, you know what? That's a lot more straightforward than I thought it would be.
I mean, it could be more complicated than that. I feel like turning into a bird, even though it's puppy tag, because then they get to fly up onto the roof, and I can't fly, so it's a different kind of cheating. But so yeah, we could definitely do that if you wanted to, or up to you.
I don't know if I'm ready to be out with so many people around.
That's fair. We could always do something here. We've got lots of books and things downstairs. Do you like reading?
Yeah, reading's alright.
Well, we could go and get some books and stuff. I did have a case file I wanted to read, so I could always get that.
I feel like wherever I go, I'm surrounded by detectives.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm only a junior detective. I'm still learning.
That's fair.
But no, there's a few detectives in Villestown.
Yeah, a lot of them are regulars at the cafe I work in. Yeah.
I haven't been back there to see any of the ones that I met on the case that I took. So I should pop in and see them.
They
That could
probably
be fun.
like that. Which ones did you meet? Because I know Miss Moria, and there's Mr. Akechi. Akechi? Who's that? Azumi! Who's Akechi?
Oh dear. I pat you gently.
I've been reading too much Persona fan fiction.
I definitely know Miss Moria. Absolutely. She was in charge of the case that we took at this high school. It's an aberration thing. It's so wacky. But I don't know an Izumi. Who else was on the case? I mean, there was Miss Crystal was on that case too, but she's not technically a detective.
Oh, yeah, I've met Miss Crystal before. She's also come to the Painted Lady.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Good. I hope she's doing okay. She was a bit rattled the last time I saw her.
I haven't seen her since the one time she was there, so.
Well, maybe I could pop in and check on her. That'd be a good idea.
That'd probably be good.
Then we also had. There was a very large cat on that case.
A large cat.
Really big. Really big.
I think I've not met this big cat, but I think I've heard of them.
I don't know. I don't know whether or not the cat was a detective. I didn't ask.
Can big cats like that get? You know what? That's probably kind of rude for me to ask.
I mean, if you were going to ask if they could get a detective license, I can't see why not.
Lots of people are working on detective license. That kid that I mentioned who would come in every now and then to bully me into eating, a detective. He's like 6.
What?
Yeah, 6 years old.
and licensed.
I did not get that far into asking, but he is involved with a lot, so I would assume so.
I don't know that I'm good enough to get my license yet, but if a 6-year-old can get it, maybe I could ask if I can try a bit soon.
Well, I wouldn't recommend emulating that 6-year-old because, and this may be something I've just gotten really used to. Uh, Apparently he works with Miss Moria a lot on murder cases.
Ooh. I don't take cases like that.
Yeah, no.
I tend to do things like petty theft, and we did insurance fraud. That was fun.
Nice.
We've Mom and I have done a missing persons one together. That was less fun, but we did it.
Oh, it is fun crime. Anything you have on Phantom Thieves?
Oh, yes, sort of. I do have a file. It's not a very big file, but I have a file. Come on.
And he's gonna get up, and brush his friend off, and trot out of the room, fully expecting Leo to follow behind.
Yeah, Leo will take one last swig of the tea and leave that there and follow behind Rai. Because this is something he's interested in.
So Rai leads Leo downstairs to the offices. So Rai's got a little alcove bit, and he's got a couple of little case boards. He only has a very small amount of wall real estate. This is deliberate on behalf of both Lynn and Network. He's not allowed to go crazy.
Understandable.
But he starts looking through his little filing cabinet to find a particular file. But you're welcome to have a look at any of his case boards that are up on the wall. He has 4.
Let's roll a d4, and then you could just choose whatever it is depending on what number I get. That's a 2.
2. Okay, so the second case board has a whole bunch of stuff about the aberration case that he was on. So it's got a list of names and a big thing on there saying school is stupid, and other assorted things like that about tests.
Does it say the name
defining
of the high
a sandwich?
Because I was informed of something that I completely forgot.
It would have it on the board, but it's a high school in Villestown.
No, yeah, that's fair, because Leo is 16 and goes to a high school in Villestown.
Non-zero chance that it's Leo's high school.
I was informed that we had apparently joked about that being the high school that Leo does go to. So Leo looks at this board and is like, oh. That's my school. Oh, okay. That's a little worrying.
Oh dear. But yeah, there's just a whole bunch of things about like there's a lot of little post-it notes and like post-it note sized little notes handwritten and then tacked up onto this board. It's like, how is sandwiches relevant? I don't get it. Kind of things.
Love it.
But just genuinely things like that. And then there's a whole little corner that's got a couple of newspaper clippings of not only the stress test aberration, but also the other ones that have cropped up that he's gone looking for information on, but they're only very small compared to all of his first-hand accounting of the stress test aberration that he was a part of.
Leo does let out like a low impressed whistle.
He might usually look over from the filing cabinet.
Yeah, that was one of the first cases I did without Mom being there. That was kind of weird, that one. And it was kind of cheating because, I mean, there was a number of other people there, so it wasn't like a solo case or anything. But, yeah.
Well, if it was your very first one without Aunt Lynn, it's probably a good thing it wasn't a solo one.
Well, I mean, there was Miss Moria and Miss Crystal, and then there was the very large cat, and then there was also Miss Bo, who is very nice, who I know very well. She's my friend Tiffy's guardian. One of. But yeah, Miss Bo was there. School's dumb. I'm glad I don't go. But
I
you
give a
wanted to know about
hearty, non-religious amen to that.
the but you wanted to know about the what do you call him? Spirit rogue thingy. Where's that file? Here it is. Found it. This is not a very big file. We've been busy
That's
because
fair.
everything happens all of the time.
Yeah,
But
it does.
this I've been working on it. There's a couple. There's at least 3 as far as I've been able to figure, but I really need to do a bit more research. So far, I've only met that one, and he points to board number 4. I have a picture, actually.
Oh?
I have a picture of this board. Where is it? Where is it? Where is my Rai folder? Oh, where is this? Where is it? Where is it? It's in here somewhere.
While you're looking for it, Leo is just looking at the file and the board and is like, well, maybe I could shed some light on a few things. Phantom Thieves are somewhat of a special interest of mine. Oh my god!
Okay. That's the board.
Oh, beloved! Leo looks at the board and sees what is very obviously a drawing of Trickster and kind of like muffles a snort.
I'm gonna roll Rai a perception, I guess. Oh gosh. Okay, that's what is that? Oh, that's a dirty 20. Okay.
Man. Yeah.
Like, I know my drawings aren't very good, but I'm
No,
not.
it's not that. But I do recognize who this is. He did pop up apparently during one of Phantom L's heists in Villestown.
Phantom L. Do I have anything in my file about that one? I'm gonna roll in my history.
Oh?
What's your history?
Oh, darling. That's really funny considering that Lynn knows almost everything about Phantom L.
Oh dear. So
With an 11, I will say Rai would, 1, at least know that Phantom L is from Villestown. And 2, know that his heists are every full moon.
Okay.
Oh yeah, here we go. I've got a little bit, like
Just one piece of paper with just these few notes on it that he pulls out of the Spirit Rogues file.
so here you go. I've not really looked into him much. This big show off though, I've been trying to figure where he hangs out. He reckons that he said to me that he's already got a rival, whatever that means. But I have questions for that person, so I've been trying to pin him down. Not so much luck, but I've again not been putting an awful lot of work into it. But here you go. Here's my file.
It's very thin.
I have run into him.
You have?
Yeah, well, like I said, he did show up once for a Phantom L heist, and I am a big fan of Phantom L.
Wait, what?
What?
The Phantom L is a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Why does he have
You'd be surprised. He
fans?
has kind of a small, dedicated fan base.
But he's a criminal.
Well, he is probably one of the most harmless criminals in Villestown.
Okay.
And he just sort of looks over at his trickster board and then looked at the word vigilante that's been put up there with question marks. It's like,
is this a vigilante thing?
No one knows. All I know is that every full moon he steals a piece of art, and then maybe 3-4 days after, it gets returned.
He gives it back.
Mm-hmm.
What? Well, then why steal it?
Like I said, no one knows. You know, he said like a liar.
Ryan's just sort of standing there doing prayer hands now.
It does look fun, though.
I am sure there are ways of getting those thrills without stealing stuff.
Well, he might have his reasons.
It'd be nice to know those reasons. That doesn't make sense. Just like the other guy saying that he really likes being chased. You can play tag without theft. I don't get these people. They don't make sense.
Maybe the theft adds a little extra thrill to it.
I don't get it. I don't understand. This. Okay.
And he just sort of pulls a piece of paper out of his little desk and he starts writing down. And like you can just sort of, even without doing an insight checker on him or anything, you can see the confusion on this poor kid's face. It's like it's equal parts confused and irritated at the same time. And he's just sort of writing this down, and then you can just sort of see adrenaline in a really big letters, question mark, and then he shoves it into the file.
Not a today problem.
Leo snorts again and is like, oh, but it doesn't sound like you know this guy's name, and he points at the drawing.
No, I do. He gave me a business card. I just think this one's more appropriate. I just think this is more appropriate.
And he pokes his finger to the title of show off at the top of the board.
Leo like wheezes and is like, you know what? Yeah, that fits. Leo filing this away to make fun of Arata with later. That feeling when you meet your cousin who is apparently kind of looking into a case of one of your close friends.
Oh, heck and heck. Oh dear. But, yeah. Rai is sort of frowning at the board.
I caught him once. I'm sure I could do it again.
You probably could, but he did say he already has a rival.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Oh, like, someone... sometimes not for fun. But I guess in the case of Phantom Thieves, it's more for fun. It's someone who's dedicated to catching you.
Okay. Well, they're not doing a good job if he's still out there.
Well, sometimes it's not, I assume, if he hasn't been caught yet, sometimes it's not about the catching, sometimes it's about the chase.
That's what he said, but it didn't make any more sense then than it made sense now. Like, I mean, I know what the word vigilante is supposed to mean.
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up. But why would you have someone chase after you and try and arrest you if you're doing good? I don't get it.
Well,
this is a dynamic I don't understand.
Vigilante also, though, insinuates that even though it is good, it's illegally done, so...
Yeah, but then why would you have a dedicated try to arrest you person?
Well, Phantom L has a whole division within the police force dedicated to him, so...
I thought you said Phantom L was harmless.
Yep.
Why so many?
I guess 3 years at large and, 3 years worth of embarrassing police officers does do that.
Ooh. Hey.
It does not help that his MO is usually dancing away.
Oh, so he makes fun of them and they're upset.
That's what I assume.
You could just Ryder sort of face palms a little bit. He's like, okay.
Is he too distracted by his own irritation to do another insight?
I'm gonna roll it, but I'm gonna do it at disadvantage.
All right.
That was an 8 on the dice. Oh, that's not even better. Okay.
Oh.
That's an 8. So yes.
Leo just has this grin on his face, and Ryan can assume that he's just kind of amused at the irritation. Because, I mean, Leo's lived in Villestown apparently almost his whole life, so he's probably very used to talking about Phantomel, and thinks it's funny when people aren't. That's probably it. Don't worry about it.
Oh dear, bless my boy. He's just gonna sort of process this for a second and like, I'm going to put this file away, I think. He just sort of very abruptly just closes it, puts it back into the filing cabinet with probably a smidge more oomph than it really required.
Leo just lets out a small laugh. I was like, that's fair. But hey, if you ever want to know more about Phantom Thieves, like I said, they're kind of a bit of a special interest of mine.
Well, I mean, I think they don't make enough sense for me to think about right now.
That's fair.
And like, I mean, at the same time as well, if there's somebody responsible for at least those two, then they'll probably get upset if I stick my nose in it that I don't have and be like, hey, you're doing a bad job at arresting these criminals. Could you just do it, please? I think they might get upset about that.
That is a fair point.
Especially given as I'm not licensed, then I can't arrest anybody anyway.
I'm gonna roll a D2 because I keep getting handed what Leo wants to say, but I don't know if it's good or not. So, time to flip a coin, I guess. Woo! Oh, yep. Leo kind of very thoughtfully looking up and is like, well, you don't have to be interested in arresting them, I guess, and still look into them. Because I know Aunt Lynn knows a lot about Phantomel. A lot about Phantomel.
Maybe I'll ask her later. I don't know. There's a lot to them that I just don't get yet. So
that's fair.
Maybe. There's more than just two, right?
In Villestown, yes. Like, not including, Mr. Showoff. In Villestown, it's Phantomel, and there's also White Rabbit.
He's just gonna pull out another piece of paper and write that down.
Yep. Okay. You specified Villestown, so they're everywhere then.
Yeah, I don't know where Mr. Showoff usually operates, but I do know Phantomel and White Rabbit are primarily Villestown.
Leo is getting an awful lot of joy out of calling him that, isn't he?
Absolutely. Leo thinks it's the funniest thing.
Oh, dear, dear.
Okay. So is this like just a club of criminals or something?
Well, according to what we know from newspapers, White Rabbit and Phantomel are friends, but they do steal different things.
What does White Rabbit do?
White Rabbit specializes in antique clocks.
Okay. That seems relatively harmless, I guess.
I don't remember if he gives them back, though.
Of course. Couldn't be yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put this new note in my file, and I'm gonna ask Mom about it later because this makes no sense. And I I need an adult to make it make sense.
I would love to be there for this conversation.
Yeah, I'm no, not thinking about that now. We should do something else.
That's fair. Was there anything you wanted to do? Because, like I said, I don't really have any plans.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna do some casework, not that case, but a different one, today. But I mean, I could show you around if you wanted. I know where the library is and the cafe, and I know where the docks are now. Um, and of course, there's the manor. And it's quite early in the morning. There shouldn't be too many people out and about. Most people in Halloween Town are either nocturnal or crepuscular. So this time of day, it's not super busy. If you're worried about there being lots of people around,
That is a relief, but I mean, I wouldn't want to pull you away from work if you were gonna do some work.
it's okay. It can wait. I mean, like I said, I'm only a junior detective, so this is really only like homework practice sort of thing. It's not a I have to solve this case by Wednesday kind of thing.
Homework. uh, well, let's I guess go for a walkabout, I suppose.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just get all my things. And he just sort of rifles through his desk drawer and shoves a few things into his jacket pocket and then stands up and goes, okay, let's go. And he does a ta-da kind of pose.
My beloved, I will rise so soft. Man.
So, I'm gonna roll Raya's survival to see not how well he does, but how well he does versus Halloween Town. Oh, it's not a good day for him. Okay.
Oh.
So it's only at 11. So Rye gets turned around an awful lot. And so as they're walking through the streets of Halloween Town, there'll be an occasional, actually several times, he'll go,
Oh, it's over here today. Cool. Good to know. Right, let's go this way instead.
Do things move around a lot? Oh, well, yeah, I suppose they would, huh?
Well, Kara is, keeps us on our toes a lot. So the whole town is part of Kara, except for Network. Network is Network. But yeah, they like to keep us on our toes, keep us thinking. And
Leo just gives a very, very wise nod, like, yeah, that's understandable. Enrichment for detectives.
It's not just detectives, it's everybody.
Community enrichment.
Community enrichment. Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, it's fun though. I like Halloween Town. It's actually the nicest place I've ever lived. And I have lived in 4 places now.
It definitely seems interesting to live in. I wouldn't mind coming around more. Villestown gets just a little boring.
Well, I mean, you're always welcome. We do have a spare room for a reason.
Yeah, maybe next time I'll bring my roommates. I think they'll get a kick out of this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me about him.
Well, there's Timmy. We're about the same age. He is very well adjusted for being the same age, and it makes me wish I was that well adjusted.
Okay. How old are you?
Oh, 16. I'm actually turning 17 soon.
Oh. We're the same age too.
Oh.
I don't turn 17 for another couple of months though.
Oh, we are really close in age.
Many months.
What are we? May. 3 months.
3 months.
I'm turning 17 at the end of the month.
Oh, okay, so you're a little bit older than me, but not by much.
Not by much, just a little bit.
Mhm.
Were I someone else I used to know, I might have held that against you.
Lots of people are older than me, so my grunkle old tort is 163,
Oh,
164, 160 something. He's very old,
that is really
so
old.
I'm kind of used to it. And there's obviously there's mom, and then there's my uncle Hattie. He's older than me too. And then there's my cousin. No, Uncle Lulu. Uncle Lulu's older than me, and I do have a lot of cousins that are younger than me.
Leo kind of stutters to a stop and kind of prayer hands and is like, "Hang on, Rai. How big is the family?"
Oh, you mean the stagehand family is big. I didn't bring it, but I got a notebook at home that's got the names of every stagehand I've met. There's a lot. Um, Mom took me to the reunion last year, and there was like 100 people there, but that wasn't even everybody.
There is a sharp intake of breath as Leo is still prayer hands and is just that is terrifying.
Oh, there's a lot of stagehands. And then you've also got the people who are like family, but also like not stagehands
Mm.
as well. So, like, I mean, you've got Jackson and Asclepius, who are the people in charge of Halloween Town. And then you've got Tiffy and Bo and Teal, and then Mr. Craigery and Hugh and March. Mom calls them nephews as well, but they're more my friends than my cousins, but at the same time they're my cousins because that's just how that works. And so there's family who aren't stagehands but are still family.
Oh man. Leo kind of leans against a building and is like, "Rai, I want you to know how wild this is to me. Growing up, it was me, my mom, my dad, and my brother, and then for 3 years after the divorce, it was me and my dad."
What's a divorce?
Mm, uh, I guess when people who are married don't want to be married anymore.
Huh. That's not very nice.
Well, I mean, it depends on their reasons, I guess. I don't think I. Well, no, that's not true. I think I do know why mom and dad got, mama and papa. I always forget Leo calls them mama and papa. Why, mama and papa got divorced. But there are plenty of reasons why people get divorced.
Hmm. That's sad.
Well, it doesn't have to be. Like, if people get married out of obligation because they think that's what their friendship could become next, and they realize, no, we're better as friends, they can get a divorce.
Hmm. Okay. Well, hmm. That's fair enough.
But yeah, this is a huge family. I only met Aunt Lynn maybe 8 months ago.
Well, I mean, I've only been in the family for a little while too. Before I met Mom, well, it was just my sister and my dad and me. But then it was just me. But now I've got a bigger family than I know what to do with. And I like it better this way.
Well, do have a bit in common that way. And I guess having a big family, even though, God, this is a huge family, or by the moon, this is a huge family, it is fun.
They're a fun bunch. I think you'd like them. They're loud. A lot of them are just like Mom.
Oh, that is a terrifying thought. Don't tell her I said that.
Nah, I mean, you got Grunkle Tort, and then Lo Mao. Arnie Lo Mao is the hubmaster in Toontown, and then you've got Uncle Logan, who's the hubmaster in Villestown. And Mom's kind of the hubmaster here. So yeah, that makes 3 hubs. Even though it's just me and her and Uncle Hattie in this hub and network, but network's also the hub as well. And then there's oh gosh, well there's Lulu and Annie Francine, and now my brain is empty. I know all of these people, and my brain is empty. There's just so many. Uncle Reggie, and my little cousin Eggy. They don't talk much. They just go peep. And then there's the triplets. Auntie Poppy, cousin Olivia.
Man, I don't even think my family before the divorce was that big. I know I had a couple aunts on my mom's side, beside Aunt Lynn. But man,
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot, but it's fun. You've always got somebody who's nearby to talk to rely on. It's good.
yeah, it is nice. My roommates are like that. I got to tell you about Timmy. There's also Juby. Uh I'm gonna give you this one for free. I'm not gonna make you roll another insight. But it's that warring feeling of this man that Leo's talking about is like an older brother. So does he describe him like a nice younger sibling or like a little shit younger sibling? Leo doesn't know.
I think Rai's going to just give Leo a bit of a look and
Sounds like you care about them a lot.
Yeah, they when my father left, they were kind of some of the first people to come into my life, so
Well, that's good.
yeah,
It's good to have people that you can rely on.
it's really nice.
I'm gonna roll Rai perception quick. Okay, that's a 15. Not a 56, a 5. Damn it.
Gotta love a 66 perception check.
He perceives.
He sees all.
Yes, apparently. So Rai is going to be just sort of watching Leo a little bit and then turn and look down the street and be like,
Oh, that's not where the cafe normally is. Do you want to go get a snack? They have
Oh,
really nice cakes and coffee and tea and hot chocolate. Not as good as Mom's hot chocolate, but nice. And my friend Phasmus works there. It's really good.
you know what? Yeah, alright, I'll eat some more, I guess.
You can just get a little tiny slice or little tiny cupcake or something like that. They got small little. I just need to have taste in my mouth
That's
size
fair.
things. All right, let's go. My treat.
You
you're
don't
going to
have
toddle
to.
off towards the cafe.
Leo's like, you don't have to, and then Ryan walks off and is like, oh, okay.
Oh, and yes, I didn't know that, Be Well. Thank you for pointing that
Oh,
out.
terrifying! Thank you.
Right would, but I didn't know that.
Leo, who is half real kind, does freak out for just a second.
Oh, so for everybody listening to this later, Viwald has very kindly pointed out that when you go into the cafe, you turn into a ghost on entry.
Oh, wait! It's probably not a good idea to go into the cafe with Leo.
Okay.
Wait. I just remembered forcing our religion. It is probably not a good thing to bring Leo into the cafe.
Okay. Well, I don't remember what the cafe is called, but I'm pretty sure it's got some pretty obvious ghost theming, and everybody in there is a ghost. And Ryan might warn him, actually. Yeah, his whiz is high enough that he would ghost host cafe. Thank you, Wild.
Yeah.
I think Ryan might warn him, like, oh yeah, you kind of turn into a ghost when you're in this cafe. It's kind of weird at first, but it doesn't hurt or anything, and you go back to normal when you leave.
Leo kind of pales and stops outside the door. Is like, I'm gonna opt out of going inside. Then I think,
Oh.
not that I mean, I personally, I don't think I'd,
I'll get some takeaway then.
And he just sort of darts in, and you see him through the window, sort of buy some stuff, and come back out with a little box of different cakes. I'm going to assume that works.
yeah, that's fine. It's just very,
cool.
very specifically for Sonati things he would not want to become a ghost.
Fair enough. Oh dear.
I mean, if Rai, he probably won't. I don't know. It might seem a little rude, but Leo would explain if Rai asks.
No, he probably wouldn't. To be honest,
That is
he's
fair.
like, I do not want to be a ghost. That's legit, legitimately enough for him.
that is a fair concern.
Oh dear. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, Rai's gone in, got some cakes for takeaway, come back out, is no longer a ghost, and
He walks
I suppose
out.
he'll take Leo to go and eat cake somewhere else.
Yeah, Leo visibly relaxes when Rai steps back out of the cafe.
I didn't know that, and that has made me very happy, but also very concerned for poor Leo.
It's just there's the thing with being undead and religious views in Forsanat.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I guess we'll leave them to eat cake.
Yeah, let them eat cake.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah. Crisis of we managed to evade that crisis at the very end, but very
Yep.
good.
Oh gosh. I'm going to keep this in mind because I think I've ended a lot of my FPSs in Halloween Town with let's go to the cafe because it's a good fade out. Oh. Now I need to draw Rai as a ghost. Great. That's great because he goes there a lot, so he would know that. Okay, fun. Well,
Love it. All right.
Thank you for this, Marzi. It was
Hell
good.
yeah, this is a good FPS. Very chill. I think Leo needed a nice chill FPS.
And then we can write to Arata and be like, lol.
Yeah, just the next time Leo sees Arata, it's like, haha, Mr. Show Off, what a loser.
Oh dear.
Alright, we should probably say bye to the recording. Thank you,
Yep.
present and
Bye.
future listeners. Bye bye.